What is going on, everybody? The good people of ICWP land. We're talking about Impact Wrestling, first episode of 2019, post Homecoming. I didn't get a chance to watch Homecoming. I probably will try to watch it at some point in some form or another. It felt like there were some good matches on there, and I think the tapings are going on still in the Asylum, so that's pretty cool. I was excited to watch this show because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Heard a lot of good things about what Impact's doing in 2019, is at least with this particular show. Heard it was a pretty good show, and I thought it was a pretty good show overall. I was intrigued, and there were some good matches in there and some good things, and it looked like some good start to feuds as well. Rabbit, any thoughts on overall on the show before we jump into it?
It was decent. You know what I'm saying? There's spots here and there, but it was decent.
All right. We got a couple of video packages about the Fallout, but I'm not going to talk too much about the video packages about the Fallout because I don't know if you watched the show, but obviously I didn't watch the show, so I don't really care about the video packages. I mean, the video packages of the Fallout are great for me who didn't watch the show, but at the same time, if you did watch the show, you don't care about the Fallout either. I'm just going to move on to the opening promo. We had Johnny Impact come out and cut a promo on kind of what Killer Cross did. I thought it was pretty cool that Killer Cross attacked his wife. That's something that I feel like in like the soft version of wrestling we get nowadays, you don't see that stuff anymore. You don't see that like personal attacks, especially the men against women type thing. You don't see that very often, and I think that's like crucial to building a heel character sometimes. It was like back in the Attitude Era when back when the Dudleys were massive heels and they would attack women, they would get huge pops because they attacked women. So I think that's something that should be brought back into wrestling, especially if they're trying to go with this gender equality thing anyway. Like, I think it makes sense to even have the women hold their own at times too. I think it makes sense, but I like that portion. I'm loving Killer Cross. I love the promo he cut tonight too. I thought it was good. I'm loving him every time I see him. The more and more I see him, it's just growing and growing and growing and growing. And then Brian Cage came out, and I liked his promo too. His promo was intense. I think his promo didn't feel like it was forced. It felt like it was natural. It felt like this is something that, like, if you caught this dude in the street, this is what he'd say. Like, that's what I liked about it. I like that it this opening promo felt natural. It didn't feel awkward. It didn't feel weird. It just felt natural to me. I'm loving it though. I'm definitely enjoying this particular trio and what they're doing, and I hope they do a 3-way type feud. Casey and I talk about this all the time. He's not here tonight. He's kind of on assignment, I guess we could say. But Casey and I talk about 3-way feuds all the time, something that we don't ever get anymore. And this will be cool to see a 3-way feud, to see this one go in a 3-way mold and see what happens exactly. I would be excited to see that. Anyway, I don't know if they're going to break this off or what exactly is going to happen, but it set up a match between Johnny Impact and Killer Cross for later on tonight. Rabbit, do you have any thoughts on the opening segment? And I guess to pose a question, do you think Killer Cross can be like the future of Impact? Because he's really starting to hit his stride, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on a few things. The man on girl, like Big Papa Pump, he used to do the violence on women a lot. And Big Papa Pump, Hulk Hogan a little bit here and there. But you're right. That used to be the heel pop right there, where they put their hands on women and throw them around and stuff. But you're right. That's a good point you point out. The 3-way had to happen with these three. The promo was on the money. This is about the best promo either one of these guys ever had. Period. You know what I'm saying? Except for Impact. You know what I'm saying? He had some decent promos before, but all three of these together right here, this promo at the start of the show off was money. Killer Cross from the beginning. I've been feeling him since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? His promo was intense, and then my man, his joint was real intense. And then Impact, he want to give his little flavor to the joint. So it gives a 3-way that dynamic that's nice. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't there before. They need to play more on these three, give them the mic more, put them in a cage, do all that good stuff with these three. 3-way. DJ?
All right. Moving on to the first match we had of the night, which is Lucha Brothers versus the Rascals. It was Wentz and Desmond Xavier in this one. I guess they kind of call them Dez for short to keep kind of the one name aspect of things. I love the Rascals a lot. I think they're cool. I think they're a cool tag team. I thought it was weird how they booked this match though. They booked this match as in like the Rascals being these big underdogs when late into the year they were pushing the Rascals as like this big deal, debuting tag team. So I thought that was weird. That was just odd to me the way they tried to play that this week, and I just thought that was weird. But I like this. I thought it was a good match. I think, and I kind of wish Casey was here because I know he probably fight this to the death. But I think Rabbit will agree with me because I think Rabbit's been saying it for a while. But like, I'm almost me as a fan. I'm getting tired of dives and flips and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the occasional one is cool, but like after a while, you just get to a point where you're just like, stop it. It's just extra. It's just excess, and it doesn't even go with the flow of the match. And I feel like Rabbit's been saying that for a while, but like especially tonight, like with this particular match, I thought it was a good match. There were just some things that was just extra in there, like especially when Phoenix, and the one that like I think just really gets me is when Phoenix came in, he rolls one way and then rolls the other. What was the point? What was the point of expending all that extra energy just to roll one way to roll back to the other way? Like, that was what got me tonight. Like, I was like, what is this? Like, it was almost taken away from the match, to be honest. And I know Casey would disagree and probably fight to the death, so I wish he was here, but I'm sure it's not the last time we'll say that. So Rabbit, do you have any? I was a little surprised that the Lucha Brothers won just because I expected them to push the Rascals a little bit more, but I guess they're pushing them as an underdog team now. But Rabbit, you got any thoughts on this opening match?
Yeah, it was a fast pace match. Everything was flowing real fast in the match. But Xavier, man, he quick. I love his stiff kicks, man. He had stiff combo kicks too, man. I like that. I like him, man. I wish I could see more of him on the singles, but I like the little combination they got with the Rascals. But they need to have it with they do some single matches too, because he is nice, man. He got a lot of athleticism and the springboard knee, vicious. You know what I'm saying? I give him the two Lucha Brothers credit on a double cutter, and that done was pretty. I love that when they did that double cutter. But like you said from the beginning, the only thing I don't like is when they started kicking, it slows the match up. It stops. That's the only thing that slowed things up at certain points. It had a nice flow. It had a fast pace. But once they started kicking, it stops it. Everything stops. You got started kicking it and all the extra stuff. It's unnecessary. If they cut that stuff out and get a better flow with the combination they got, their matches will flow better. You know what I'm saying? If they just stop some of that. But Xavier, I want to see way more of him. He had his tag team partner was, well, you know his name?
His name is
he's real quick. He real agile too. Nice knees, double knees.
Wentz. That's his name. Wentz.
Yeah. He nice too. Them two together is nice. It's a little too small for my taste, both of them together. But the fast pace, the speed, the quickness is dead. The only thing I don't like, both of them doing knees a lot. I don't like when both players doing the same thing. I don't like that. But other than that, they just quick, man. I like them. Both of them a lot. DJ.
All right, moving on. We had another match, but before that match, we had a promo from Rich Swann. Basically, Josh Matthews called out Rich Swann being the new X Division champion, and kind of talked about how what that means. And Rich Swann kind of talked about the history of the X Division, talk about No Limits and all this. And then Sami Callihan interrupted. Kind of talking about how he's he's trying to get his chance. He's trying to get a chance at the X Division Championship and a chance at titles around here and whatnot. Talked about family and all this, and I liked it. I thought it was a good promo. I think they both did good for what they were doing. And then as Sami Callihan was kind of getting a little bit too much for Rich Swann, Willie the Mac came out and we got a match between Sami Callihan and Willie the Mac, which was cool. And I thought it was good. I love, and jumping into the match, I love, the Mac. I think he can be. I hope they keep him around because I think he could really be a good part of the X division. Because I think, and we talk about guys who bring back that no limit style. And I think Willie the Mac is the perfect guy for that. Like, he's a perfect guy. He's a big guy. He's strong, but at the same time, he's got all the athleticism in the world to kind of blend in and mesh styles with some of these other X Division guys. And I think he did a good job with Sami Callihan tonight. I enjoyed it. I think he did a good job with Sami Callihan. And, I thought this match was good. I really did like this match. And I hope they continue to push. I hope they continue to push Sami Callihan because I think he should be X Division champion within the next 4 to 5 months. That's just me. But Rabbit, thoughts?
To the word, I kind of he should be. Man, they work. He should be champion. Said this match. I like Mac. I'm getting some feedback. Listen. But Mac, he for his size, he quick. He had a nice standing moonsault, man. Beautiful. Flying elbows. Pretty. The kicks in the corner is nice, man. He's stiff with his. But like you said, Sami with the power driver. Then that lariat, this nasty head in the middle of the ring was just vicious, pretty, stiff. That joint was on the money. Pretty. This match was right here. I ain't gonna say it was a look it up, nothing like that, but it was a decent match. It had a nice flow, no botching. I love matches like that. And you know what I'm saying? You had a big man doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing in the match. Just made it even better. I like Mac, man. I like Mac a lot for his size. He do a lot for his size, man. I like to see more of him. The athletes they showcased tonight are some of the athletes I've been talking about that need to be put to the forefront for a while now. And it looks like most of them are in the forefront now. But Mac was one of them. DJ?
Yeah, I agree. I love Willie Mack. I think he does bring a different aspect to the X division. Moving into they had a little backstage segment with LAX and Konnan, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it. It was just about them beating the Lucha Brothers without destroying and ruining the friendship or whatnot, which I think is what they built up, was the potential of ruining the friendship. So obviously it didn't. And then Scarlett Bordeaux was in the ring for her strip show. And the Hezzy squad come out there, and I was laughing when Gama Singh had the heart attack. I was dying. I was dying. I was just laughing so hard. And then your boy came out there, Big Papa Pump, came out there. When Casey sent me this, he saw it on Instagram, and when he sent me this, he was like. He was like, I was like, why? like, what is the point of this? Like, what are they doing right now? But it was funny. Comedic relief, I guess, and it was for Scarlett to announce that she was going to finish up her talent search next week. I got a feeling it's going to be like Scott Steiner or something. Like, because I don't feel like they're just going to bring it back for nothing or bring it back for just 1 week or whatever. So I'm curious to see what they do. It was a funny little segment. It was interesting. So. You got any thoughts on the Scarlett Bordeaux segment for the night? I mean, I know it had your boy, so you got some thoughts.
I think it would probably be one night, because when he came on the mic, first thing he said was, I just came here to see the opening on a new channel and all that. That was basically why he did it, you know what I'm saying? But Big Papa Pump, it's your hookup. Holla if you hit me. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. DJ. Now I know my man was like, why he was dead. When I first looked at it, I thought it was an old one. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up, is he back on the move? You know what I'm saying? I know I was looking at it for a minute, but that's good. That's good. I like at the end when he was in the chair, she was doing a little strip tease.
Yeah.
Sitting back like she was stripping. But hey, I don't know. They might have him with her. You never know. that might be a nice combination too.
And I don't know if you've seen, like, I got Scarlett on Instagram for multiple reasons, but I think on the Indies she's working with Killer Cross, and they they look really good together, like as a pair. Like I don't know if they'll ever do it in Impact, but they should, because I like to see them together. Like that would be interesting to me. Even if like they really turn her bad and she kind of like, like I don't know how they would do it exactly, but they working together on the Indies, I'm pretty sure, and they look great together. Like they got an interesting feel to them when you look at them. But moving on to Tessa Blanchard versus Callie Collins. This was just a job match for Tessa Blanchard, and I really don't know why, because Tessa Blanchard has already had the title. She should be trying to get her title back from Ty Valkyrie. We don't need this jobber match. She could have easily just had a match with somebody normal. I mean, I guess this was kind of to prove that Ty, her win was a fluke or whatever. But like, I just wasn't a huge fan of this particular match. She did use Gail Kim's finisher, the Eat the Feet, to finish her off, and I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, I know eventually they're gonna have Gail Kim come back. I mean, like I know Gail Kim is technically retired, but I know what they're gonna do. Like we all know she's gonna come back and face Tessa Blanchard. We know this is gonna happen. Rabbit, you got? And I mean, I would be excited to see that match. That would be awesome. You got any thoughts on Tessa versus Callie? Oh, I think Rabbit has disconnected from me. Yeah, I think he done disconnected from me. Hopefully he'll be back. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on, I guess, while Rabbit reconnects. Eli Drake would confront the new hardcore warrior, as they call him, Eddie Edwards. And Drake would ask him if he wants to go down and the path that Abyss went down and that some of these other guys went down. I don't know what happened there, Rabbit, but you're back. So we're gonna skip back to the Tessa Blanchard Callie Collins match. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Blanchard overall a beast. But the main thing about that match right there was her ability to be fluid around the ring, man. Then she used that Eat the Feet, which signified Gail Kim. Something I said from the beginning when I was telling you that Blanchard was one of the best men or women. You know what I'm saying? Some men, women, or kids, or dogs. But when I was saying that, I wanted her to meet Gail Kim. I had to see that match. And man, it's coming. It's coming. I like the build up too. It's a nice build up. Use to Eat the Feet. She should use it in another couple of matches. Use to Eat the Feet. Let Gail Kim and her mix it up. And that's all I want to see, man. That's all I wanted to see. DJ.
Alrighty. And then we had the Eli Drake backstage with Eddie Edwards. I guess they about to get into something more than likely too. Su Yung and Ali got a message from Rosemary, who returned at Homecoming as well. So that was pretty interesting, and they kind of had a message for her too. You got any thoughts on those two segments before we get into the main event? I feel like we blew through this show.
Yeah, because it didn't have a whole lot of wrestling. Yeah, but the alley thing, I'm just not feeling that whole little thing right there. It been going on too long. It's dragging along too long. I'm not feeling it. If it didn't have my girl in that joint, in the mix of that'd be a dud to me. You know, if Hogan wasn't mixed up in this some kind of way, you know.
I'm glad Ali. I mean, I'm glad Rosemary's back though. I want to see what they do with that. I don't know if she's been injured or what's been going on, but I want to see what they do with that. And then we had Johnny Impact versus Killer Cross, non-title no qualification match. Like I said, I love Killer Cross in every way. And now we got a chance to see him in the ring, and I just like the way he works matches, like his mannerisms, his facial expressions. Just how he sells certain things, even with just reactions, is great. Like I love it, and I'm loving him in the ring as well. I love the little moment where they was outside of the ring and Johnny Impact was throwing in chairs and Killer Cross was like, yeah, throwing in chairs. Like I love that. Like I thought that was cool. That was something that was really really cool. And I like this kind of personal attack. Like Johnny Impact showing a little, the story kind of Johnny Impact showing a little bit more aggression because it's a personal attack on him and his family. Like I like that. I think that continues to add to it. But eventually Impact would bury Killer Cross in the chairs and then do the moonsault on the chairs, which was cool. I thought that was cool. Like I like this no disqualification aspect. And it made sense for the feud and for what's going on right now within it, the personal aspect of it. Impact was about to kind of end this match, but Moose comes in and pushes him off the top rope through the table, and then Killer Cross would end up locking in his cross jacket to end up beating Impact, which I liked. So Killer Cross, I think, is probably going to get a title match sometime soon since he beat the champion. Regardless of how he beat him, he still beat him. So I think that'll be cool. I'm still wondering, I thought it was weird how the commentary tried to play it up like, what are these men doing together? Like they were just together with Austin Aries. Like don't act like it's a surprise that they're still working together in some form of fashion. Like I just thought that was weird. And I want to see more of Moose too. Like I mean, I know we just starting, but still, I want to see more of Moose too and his little character. Like I honestly would like to see them work together. Eventually, maybe Killer Cross win the title, and then Moose turn on Killer Cross. And that be the way that Moose kind of gets himself into the title picture. And maybe even eventually wins it. I think that would be good. That would be cool. I would enjoy that. I think they should do that. But I still don't. I don't know about I don't know how I feel about a face Killer Cross at some point. Right now I can't see that. So like I don't know how I would feel about a face Killer Cross. I don't know if it would make sense, if it would work. But nonetheless, I thought the show was pretty good. Other than the Tessa Blanchard kind of jobber match. I'm not a huge fan of job matches anyway. I just kind of look the other way. But other than that, I thought the matches were pretty good for the most part. Rabbit, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
It was a good match. Good match, man. When Impact did that somersault with the chair over top, man, that was pretty. He put his body on the line for that joint too. That was nice, man. And then them chair shots that Cross was hitting him with was nasty, man. Then he had the joint wrapped around his neck one time, man. That was just nasty. But man, the intensity that Cross have when he do anything for real, in all his move sets, it's vicious, man. It's just like he's a good heel body language wise. You know what I'm saying? He don't really have to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just real aggressive, period. Just everything he doing is aggressive. He talks to the crowd in an aggressive manner, like Big Papa Pump used to be. You know what I'm saying? Just real aggressive all over the place, man. I just love it.
And I think the bad part about it is like he don't have to talk, but when he does, you're like, this dude can talk too. Like that's the thing. Like that's what I like about him. Like you said, like he's got the intensity, he's got the look, and he's got the mannerisms, like you said. But at the end of the day, if you need him to cut a promo, he'll cut a promo, and you'll be like, dang, like this man got everything.
Exactly. And Impact, man, he real athletic, and I love his innovation. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see them two go at it a little bit more. Where you got the series where you stick them in some cages, you gotta make some of this work. And to me, this whole show got to feel that somebody else doing the booking. It's a different booking style going on here that's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got that feel too.
Yeah, it did feel a little bit different. I think they also should add in Cage in some form of fashion too. Because I think Cage could work well with both of these too. Because Cage can do a little bit of both. He can match styles with Johnny Impact. He can do you catch Johnny Impact off guard with some of the things that he can do, but at the same time, a power matchup with Killer Cross wouldn't be bad for Cage too. Like I think they should definitely add Cage in there somehow. So I mean, I know he's already in there now, but I mean, a lot of times we don't see a lot of three-way feuds. So I think they should add Cage in there somehow, some way.
But I don't think Cage. I think Cage and Moose have some type of tangled up. But I think right here, Impact and Killer Cross is it's something about these two where you get the mic work and you get the dynamic from a heel and a face from either one of them talking. You know what I'm saying? So if you mix it up, I think you should have Moose and Cage going at it. I think that's going to be a good series. That can be a good series too with those two. You got to have it with Moose and Cage mixing it up. You got to leave these two together alone for a minute because he put his hand on his wife. So you can let this work itself out. You know what I'm saying? So, because to me, it's more wrestling to be had. It's more they left on the table where you can get out of these two. You know what I'm saying? The matches in the series. So I think it'd be better to milk these two out, man, because I think they can give us something good. You know, DJ?
Yeah, I think so too. As we get ready to sign off, hopefully Casey will be back with us next week. We talk a little bit more about the impact and how we want to do it. I'm thinking about some kind of different ways that I want to do impact because I kind of want to get away from the traditional review style just because I like the traditional review style, but I want to make it more like discussion. I want to make it more of a discussion within the review as opposed to just talking about the matches. So I'm thinking about some things. It's in my head. It'll probably get tried once or twice, and we'll see what happens. I just kind of have to figure out how I want to format it. I think, but I just think it'll make it more entertaining. Because I don't get me wrong, I love reviews, but everybody does reviews. So like it's one of those things where if we can make it into a little bit more of a discussion, maybe a little bit more of a debate. I think that's more enjoyable than just the match was good. But so I think it'll work, and I think we'll continue to evolve as everybody else evolves. But anyway, as we get ready to sign off, appreciate Rabbit for coming by. Be sure to follow him on Twitter at Rabbit313. The surgeon out there, Fade out there. If you in the DC area, make sure you go check him out. Go check him,
Fresh House. Look it up. Fresh House Studios.
And then make sure you give us a like. You can follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Let us know anything you thought about the first episode of Impact Wrestling for the year. Was the booking style a little bit different? I agree too. I think it was a little bit different. It felt like it was just a better show, this week. But as we sign off, leave a comment. If you have a comment, be sure to leave it, and we'll see you guys on the next one on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.